All right. Okay, now, ladies. Yeah.
All right, now we did just start. You're listening to Sick of Talk with Keith and
Alex.
I threw you for a loop on that one.
I did.
What are we up to today?
I think we're going to talk about some Gorilla Biscuits.
Yes. If you couldn't guess by the shirt. Is the shirt even in frame? I gotta sit up more, I think.
Jealousy.
But I have my
Jealousy.
my Gin Blossoms Gorilla Biscuits crossover. I'll stand up so it can be seen.
All right. Model it. They play that song at my job. Hey, Jealousy.
Of course I do. I would like. I'd be offended if that wasn't on a retail store's playlist.
It's one of the good ones.
That's a department store playlist. One of the good ones, just like you.
Just like me. Why do I do this with this guy? Just kidding.
Fuck. Yeah, Gorilla Biscuits, man. This is one of my earliest hardcore loves. Like, I can remember downloading from like it was pre-Soulseek, IRC Internet Relay Chat. You'd go into these little rooms and there were these bots that would you like typed in something and it would send you an MP3. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got a lot of my first music. There was no budget for buying music for me. There was very few places for me to even go and find hardcore bands where I was. So, but I can remember I downloaded it and then I had a sound card that had a line out and I would run it to a boombox and I make tapes for my first car. And
this is what we had to do back then.
Make tapes. Yeah, the kids today will never know the struggle.
See, I was Soulseek era, so like it was like Mediafire and Soulseek.
Yeah,
like
okay.
My way.
I think this camera is like a little high for some reason, and I'm just gonna adjust it real quick.
All right.
You can keep talking.
Oh, okay. Also like Livewire or LimeWire.
Yeah, seems better. Our heads were just like poking out of the bottom of the frame, it looked like.
LimeWire and Kazaa. But that was usually for like single songs.
Yeah.
And then when Soulseek for me was a game changer because you would find that one guy that just had like everything and you would just download everything.
Yeah. Lars Ulrich is going to come for us now.
Whatever. I don't have any
actually,
anymore.
My friend, I've destroyed the evidence. My friend, Matt Farmer, he made like an FTP server and like started collecting stuff and then giving the FTP like login to everybody. It was just really cool. Actually, last episode we did Hammer Bros. Jim has his band, The Fake Boys. Also, before that, he had a very similar band called Fantastic Max, and that was like the only place you could get Fantastic Max was Matt Farmer's FTP drive.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you still have it anywhere? Can you send that to me?
I don't know if I have that. There was a great Karate Kid song. Like the chorus was like, wax on, wax off, left to circle, right to circle.
That's incredible. I need to hear this.
Yeah. I wonder, I might still have it. I might have it on the external hard drive right over there.
You think Big
10
Mike
feet
will have
away
it
from us.
if you don't have it?
Big Mike? He might, yeah. Yeah. But back to Gorilla Biscuits.
Yeah, for me, that was like at least like the straight edge youth crew hardcore starter pack for me when I got into that stuff.
Was Gorilla Biscuits really a straight edge band, like per se, officially, like by their own? I never think of them as one, even though
I kind of don't either.
There's definitely undertones there.
I think they are one, but I never really saw them like that. I guess, even though they were like in that scene.
Well, No Reason Why has they're puffing smoke, high and dope, will the shit ever end? Like, that's a very straight edge lyric.
Yeah, no, they were straight edge, man.
Yeah, okay.
But
I just never knew.
They didn't really have the imagery, I guess, of like the other bands did. Like,
yeah.
They didn't have pictures with like the X stuff. Or
yeah, but the gorilla there, it looks very straight edge youth crew with the Champion zip up, you know?
Yeah.
It's funny that Champion's just kind of like a Walmart brand or something now. Like,
yeah, if they only knew.
It's nothing special.
The impact that Champion brand clothing had on hardcore.
I still wear some. I used to have Champion sneakers from Payless.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I still wear. I think I still wear some Champion stuff once in a while.
In my prime youth crew phase, I had the Champion hoodies with the t-shirts over.
Yeah, you know what? I
I'm
would
gonna bring
go
that
with
back. T-shirts over hoodies.
Well, what about t-shirt? But also t-shirts over long sleeves.
Yeah, I did.
And
that
you get
too.
the long sleeves, like 4-sided long sleeves.
Yep.
With like some sort of like.
Oh, I love 4-sided long sleeves.
Yeah, like whatever, somebody's area code on one side and straight edge on the other type of shirt. Yeah,
live picture on the back.
Right, exactly.
With the mic X'd up, some kids pointing their fingers.
Yeah. New Direction. New Direction went on to be
the song.
The song. That's what we're going to be doing today. Also lent its name to a great venue, which we did a couple episodes ago. We did another song that lent its name to a venue. But New Direction was in Haverhill also, and
before my time.
Yeah, it was started doing shows as a UFI coffee house in the late 90s. I missed that era, but I believe some of the bigger straight edge bands of that, like that Youth Crew revival of the late 90s, would play UFI. Then it became Exit 23, run by Jeremy DeLuca. That dude ruled. He was kind of like a new metal guy, but I mean, such a sweet guy. Like, just really cared about giving the kids a place to go and play music. And like he would like explicitly didn't want to make money. We had to like twist his arm to like charge more than $5 so that we could actually get touring bands to come in.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just don't feel right charging. I was like, this band drove from New Jersey today. Like, this band is on the road from Texas. They play here and then they got to go to South Carolina. Like
we promised the money is justified.
Yeah, we're not trying to make money here. We're paying these bands to get to travel and be here, you know. But I appreciated the ethic. It was just he was like very firm on that, you know, of I don't want to charge more than $5. And it was like we went from 5 to 7. That's like what we had to do to get. Plus the official cap of that place was only like 63 people. I saw shows with like 300.
Incredible. That's crazy.
Champion and Outbreak played there. Champion and Outbreak had been on tour together with Agnostic Front, and they played Manchester the day before. And the show went like really poorly for like a few reasons. And then Josh was like, let's make this better, and we'll do another show. Agnostic Front didn't play, but Champion and Outbreak did, and it was huge. It was awesome. It definitely did make up for it. It was one of those shows where like, this is what it was supposed to be, you know?
I can imagine.
So, yeah. Anything else you want to say before we listen to this jam?
Trumpets.
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Have you seen anybody do the trumpet thing? Because a lot of people have covered this.
Not as a cover. I've seen them come out with somebody doing it.
You've seen Gorilla Biscuits do it with the trumpet?
Yeah.
Okay. I only saw Gorilla Biscuits at one time in Vermont that you guys, Restraining Order, played with.
That was a dope show.
I just kept missing them. Like, the first show they were supposed to do back in New England was the night I was supposed to have my first pro MMA fight. My opponent didn't show up. But I was like, oh, I'm not going to get there now, you know? And then there was just some other, and then I kind of just gave up. And then, was that last year? Like, I'm like, you know what? That's an hour away.
We played so many. This is funny
be
because we play a lot with Gorilla Biscuits. We played that weekend alone. We played Syracuse with them, and then Vermont. We played New York with them.
That's a band, like, if you would have told me as a 15-year-old kid that, like, they would be, like, a contemporary, you know what I mean? Like, that would never made sense. Like, that would be, like, I will never see those guys. Never mind, like, my friends touring around with them, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, like, when that stuff happens to me.
And it's always...
I'm, like, almost 30 years deep in this scene. I still, like, get a little bit starstruck by some of that stuff where I'm like, whoa, that's a big deal. Sometimes it can be disappointing, but Gorilla Biscuits were not disappointing.
No, they kill it every time.
They ripped. Like, I was like, this was where I'm glad I went, because I've been to some, and I won't mention any names. There's no reason to insult anybody, but I've gone and seen some of my, heroes of my youth, and been like, damn, I wish I just never saw that, you know.
That's like most of them.
Gorilla Biscuits Gorilla Biscuits really wasn't it. Wasn't that. They were the legit thing that I thought I was going to get, you know. So here it is. Oh, not yet. Here we go. All right, get your air trumpet out. Is it a trumpet or a bugle?
I always thought it was a trumpet. I honestly don't know the difference. I know bugles, like, I don't know.
Wow, we're both off.
So iconic, so anthemic.
I think that final that line, don't spoil memories of the way things were. I just did like a self-reflection of like, I almost think
the PTSD like stare.
No, like
your eyes and
just like I almost think that like part of my pushing away from hardcore for a number of years was because I didn't want to spoil the memories, because it wasn't the same for me, and I had to relearn like my way of appreciating it because it doesn't. I don't need it like I did when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I'm not looking for an outlet because my life is miserable. Not that my life should have ever been miserable, but mentally I was miserable, and that's what I needed. I felt lost. I felt like I didn't have a home in hardcore. But now I have a wife that loves me, a kid that loves me, and I don't need the hardcore family. I still love the hardcore family, but I don't need it in the same way. And I think I had to like relearn what angle to appreciate hardcore music from again. Anyway, I just had internal therapy session right here next to you.
Yeah, because like the song's strong about like people that came before you, kind of like shitting on the new generation, and just, like well back then it was better like because we talked about on a previous episode with the American Hardcore book.
Yeah.
It's like essentially it's about that.
Yeah, well, it's like everyone always thinks that their time period was the best, and it should be the best to you.
Yeah,
but have the perspective to realize it's just the best because it's the time you needed it most. It's the time that you were aligned with it. It's not that it's. I going to the shows I've been to lately, I think hardcore is in as best a place as I've ever seen it in 30 years almost. It's so I think we all have a tendency to do it. Yeah. You can see it repeat. Slapshot. The kids today couldn't stand one song in the pits we had back then, and and then even you saw 10 Yard Fight came along with the song Hardcore Pride that kind of jabs at this because Civ went on to do the poppier Civ. There was MTV airplay of that, and you would just because our money's green. Well, you went and chased the money a little bit too, and I don't have a problem with any of it. but it's all perspective and kind of like natural evolution of things, I guess. It's just what's going to happen eventually. And also that whole attitude of bands making money. I think we were just talking about this on the car ride to drop off my daughter at gymnastics. But like, it's nice that bands can actually make money now and like actually like not, hardcore bands aren't getting rich, but they can survive. They can get a hotel room. They can get a meal, come home not broke, sometimes.
That's always cool.
But it was inevitable for a lot of years that you were coming home broke. You were eating Vienna sausages out of a can. You were sleeping on basement floors every night. Like that was just the way it was. Sleeping in the van, I have a great picture of Nate from
Walmart parking lots.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I have a great picture of Nate from Word for Word in a parking lot using a literal curb as his pillow. He did not have a pillow between his head and the curb. The curb was his pillow, and that was just like normal way to tour, But yeah, this song, it's truly iconic. What's funny is when we started it, I was confusing it with also Start Today, and I was thinking we were just talking also off air about Crime in Stereo. Crime in Stereo used to cover Start Today, and they did the harmonica part. It was awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah.
There was this local band in my area that was in like my homie group at the time when we first started doing shows, or when I started doing bands and going to shows, called All I've Got, and they used to cover New Direction all the time. So it's
I know I've seen bands cover New Direction. I can't think of who.
I would say during that era, at least of me getting into hardcore, a lot of bands covered it. Like that was like the go-to. At least in Western Mass, like I don't know if that was the only band to do it. All I've Got. I feel like there's definitely others.
I mean, I've definitely heard it covered by multiple.
Big Mouth was.
I don't know that I've seen people cover Big Mouth.
Actually, my first band used to.
Nice.
Yo, sucker, you got a big mouth.
Bit of boat.
Bit of boat.
Whatever Bit of boat is, but we all know it.
Bit of boat.
Yeah,
I'll have to bring that back. Somebody got to do that.
This is another band we could do like song after song after song of, because they're just all so important and relevant too. Like a lot of these topics are like evergreen. Like it's just, they're never gonna go away.
Yeah,
they're always stuff that are gonna be discussed, and like the lyrics are written in a way that like will continue to be relatable forever. Mm-hmm. Maybe in different ways, and maybe we're looking at it different, but like these conversations, these subjects keep coming up. We were printing lyrics for the first not that Hammer Bros episode we just did, but the two before that. And I did not print the lyrics, and I think this is the one that I'm most like most into the lyrics of. So I'm gonna bring it up, but it's hard to like on the fly start talking about lyrics. So I'm gonna pull the lyrics up here.
And Gorilla Biscuits were always different because they were like more melodic. They kind of set a standard for like bands going forward. I mean, there's like 7 Seconds was melodic, like that came before.
Here's the thing though, like they were melodic but could still play like a heavy breakdown. The end of that breakdown's, I mean, I'll smash somebody to that. Like that's hard.
I was talking to like Will, like from Restraining Order. We had this conversation one time, and they're like the precursor to like the pop punk bands that do like the breakdowns.
Oh, they for sure are.
It originates with 100%, Gorilla Biscuits.
Yeah, I mean,
like Set Your Goals.
Yeah,
obviously. Which comes from Civ, but
right.
Wouldn't be a band without Gorilla Biscuits.
Right. I think that's spot on. I think that is. I mean, Fall Out Boy, Newfound Glory, like all of them. I know Newfound Glory. Chad was on MTV Cribs. I'm pretty sure showing like a rare Gorilla Biscuits record. Yeah. But like, yeah, that's for sure.
Yep.
Influenced that scene big time, and I mean, maybe that's not a good thing.
that's for a different discussion.
I like some of those bands, but it tends to be one of the most problematic subsects of punk.
Yeah.
But I was pulling up the lyrics because I wanted to discuss a few of them here. Bear with me. Yeah. So I just can't even, like, I could just go through line by line and tell you what I love about all these.
Go for it. What
do you mean that it's time for me to grow up? I mean, I'm still living that. Look at this room I just made in my house with my family, so that we could do this, Yeah. I'm still not growing up. I don't know, but the new kids ran out the back door. I guess I've seen that now in my time, where it's like I've seen kids come and go really fast.
Yeah, that's always been part of it.
Yeah.
Happens.
Had their nose in the air pretending they care about our scene just because our money's green. That I wonder who was he talking about from that era.
Who hurt you, Civ?
Right. Like who was, and I don't know, was it bands? I think we talked about this before too. You know, from some of these older songs, like, are they talking about bands? Are they talking about the promoters, the club owners, like record label? Like who was trying to pull money out of the scene? Because how much was there? You know, obviously, like there was much money in other things on the Lower East Side. Like, you know, they found a way to run it all out of there. Yeah, that core. Now you're so ashamed. Now I'm so ashamed of you. We believe the same things. Stand to the side. Rebirth of hardcore pride. It all came true. Too bad you can't see all the good things that I see.
So it seems like, yeah, like if it is about like a band, it could be like a band that like sold out and then just like.
I just can't think of who by that point had.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely in New York. There's definitely bands that were trying to make it. You know, like
yeah, for sure.
But I feel like it was like all their friends, though. You know, like
right.
You know, like.
I mean, you definitely had Cro-Mags.
Yeah, Cro-Mags
tried to go like big time metal band.
Sick of It All. Like all those bands were like not really like selling out, but like
Sick of It All. But at that point, I mean,
it's more like growing. Like I don't know.
Sick of It All. Like at that point in time, it's not like they've played like these monster like arena tours with like first time I saw Sick of It All was with Slayer. Mm-hmm. You know, playing an arena in Maine, and like
that's really cool.
It was called the Maine Metal Meltdown. It was Slayer, Sick of It All, Head PE, Meshuggah, Fear Factory, and Spine Shank.
Okay. I don't know.
It's a 6-man show. Yeah. You knew Head PE though?
I did.
That's funny. Head PE played a lot in Maine for one reason or another. I don't know why. I was going through like a lot of my old like memorabilia stuff. And like I had multiple Head PE stickers signed by some of those guys from when I was like 14 or 15.
I might be wrong, but I think like Vane did some shows with them.
Oh,
like in New York years ago.
That's crazy. I wouldn't have thought they'd be still around in that era.
I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Meshuggah was it was like one that a lot of my friends wanted to see that I didn't really care about, but they were like, it was just a band that was like. To me, it was just aggressive for aggressiveness' sake. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, to Cradle of Filth or Cannibal Corpse or, you know, these bands that are just like super like over the top and not my thing.
I caught a couple Meshuggah songs. We played like a big fest in Europe a couple years ago and they were a headliner. Shit was heavy.
Yeah, see, those Europe fests are so crazy to me. It's like, why are you guys on the same bill in any way, shape, or form? It
would be like us, Meshuggah, Flogging Molly,
like all over the place.
It's just like crazy.
Was that Germany?
Germany or Belgium?
My friend Jamie the other day
I think it was Year on Air, so it was Belgium.
My friend Jamie does merch for Frank Turner, and he's been doing it a long time. He's done it for some other bands too. I think Every Time I Die, and there's another band that he goes out with a lot, but. Anyway, he was telling me because I was like, I'm interested to see. If I could, I would go take a quick trip to Europe and catch the Dropkick Murphys Haywire shows.
Yeah,
and Frank Turner's on that too, so he'll be on that. And he's like, dude, if you come to Germany because those Germans just love music. Like it doesn't matter what it is, they're gonna show up, they're going to support, they're going to have a great time. Like they always make it a good time. In Germany, they just love music, which is kind of neat. So it makes sense that they have those giant mixed bill fests because they don't care. They don't care what it is, right?
Yeah.
They're going to love it.
We played it this year. I'm trying to remember like the lineup. It was definitely similar, you know, where it's just like, oh wait, no, it was the day we played was fine.
Are you on if you were on a show like that? Like, are you on the big stage or just side stages?
There's like 5 stages. We weren't on the main one.
Do you still get like all access so you can get up? Like, if you want to go see one of the headliners on the main stage, you can go up and hop on the side stage, be a stage potato.
Yep, that's my vibe for those kind of things.
Yeah,
I did do a lap around like the normal area just to get a vibe of the place. I like to do that too.
I remember
hang out with my Euro friends.
With your girlfriends?
Euro friends.
Oh, you have multiple girlfriends in Europe. Nice.
Yeah,
my
wives.
I remember playing East Coast Tsunami Fest and Bouncing Souls was headlining.
Nice.
And Mike V had just joined Yellow Stitches, and I was just like outside doing whatever. And he comes out, he's like, I cannot believe I just stood on stage with the Bouncing Souls. And I was like, I'm like, I didn't even watch. Like I took that shit for granted. It was like kind of an eye opener for me. I'm like, oh wow, I've been like so lucky to have all these experiences. Like, cause he had just recently joined the band. Yeah. And he's like, I'm like, I didn't even go in. Like it's kind of funny. Yes. Going through these lyrics here. Yeah. Back in the day, when I went to see your bands play, it didn't seem like wasted days. I was so sincere. Now I see more clearly. Music's only worked again. Who?
Yeah, this is definitely like a targeted song. Like
and then
it has to be for somebody.
So I say, hats off to bands that change. Good luck. Go your own way. But like, why can't you change and just be with us still?
There has to be some zine where like this is just explained. That
I need to get Civ on the.
There you go.
You know what would be a good idea? Do the same format, but have on the third mic somebody from the band we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, who? I want to know. But good luck. Go your own way. Why? Just keep playing with us. Like if the way changes, like turnstile, like okay, well they're not gonna play 100 cap venue when they can sell 10,000 tickets.
Yeah,
but like I don't know, I don't feel like they're still part of like that big fest they did or outside show free show they did in Baltimore. That was a hardcore show as far as I was concerned. Didn't matter how many people were there.
Yeah,
it looked like a hardcore show.
They do things like within their like power, I guess, to do that are still, like beneficial for the scene, arguably. But
yeah, it's interesting because I have sang every word to this song so many times, passionately, along in my car, in my house, at the shows when bands covered it. When I saw Gorilla Biscuits, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what's it even about? And like I back the sentiments, but I also kind of like when I rationalize it, I'm like maybe I don't.
Did you mosh? I forgot.
I didn't mosh. I was up front the whole time singing along, getting clobbered by people stage diving, but I didn't actually mosh. Moshing's not my thing anymore.
Okay, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, anymore. It was. I'm large, and even when I think I'm not being reckless, I am. Yeah. I've hurt a lot of people, Keith. Hurt people, Yeah, and I've hurt a lot of people. I just saw Jeff P, right? Mm-hmm. I saw him over the weekend in Hammer Bros at the Great American Hardcore Fest. I hit Jeff and absolutely, he had to have like his face completely rebuilt, just like. It was like a $50,000 process of, And he, every year on the anniversary, which he just told me was coming up, he posts a picture of his x-ray, tags me, makes me feel bad.
Damn.
He's a great dude. What else you got on New Direction?
So that's off a Start Today. I like the self-titled a lot.
Yeah.
Controversial. But I might like it more.
What's controversial about it?
Because Start Today is usually the
controversial opinion to like this more.
Yeah. But
I don't know, man. Honestly, no reason why was the first song I ever heard.
I
Hold Your Ground. I put lyrics to that under my picture in my high school yearbook. I had the lyrics correct. To Hold Your Ground. Is there a lyric sheet in here?
The self-titled song, Gorilla Biscuits. That's my jam too.
We were talking about when we did the Bruisers episode. We were talking about like cramming lyrics in fast.
Yeah.
Can you do G-R-I-double-A? I can't.
G-R-I-double-A.
Yeah, I can't do that. I cannot do it.
Dude, the surf beat in the beginning though. Oh man.
In my yearbook I put, it's time to stand up for what you believe. Have no fear of your critics. Be proud of the life you lead. You may be different from your friends, but if they're true, they'll understand. But whoever edited the yearbook thought that I forgot a word, and they added after true they put friends. Like if they're true friends, I'm like, come on, you made it look like I don't know the lyrics. I did know the lyrics.
Dang. Well, now y'all know he does know the lyrics.
It's probably the same.
If
It's
you have
probably
a
the
copy
same.
of that yearbook, just cross out the things.
It's probably the same bitch who couldn't get the high school reunion booked. We never had a high school reunion.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't either.
I figure the same people that book high school reunions must have been the people who were also on the yearbook committee. Like they had to be the same kids.
Dude, ours, they made a Facebook group and added everybody to try to do it.
We still have one from, I think it was our 10 year,
Yeah.
where I'm now at almost 25. No,
20 year next year for me.
Next year's 25 for me.
Okay, so
And like we still
have.
haven't had one, I don't think. And they started a group at the 10 years, so it's been 15 years of a Facebook group that's produced nothing.
They were just drama about, I don't know, money. I don't know what was going on in the group chat. I was just like, I'm not going to this anyway. So
I kind of remember this like senior awards event where there was a discussion about a fund for the reunion, but I don't think anyone ever thought about how much the difference in cost would be to book like a function hall and catering.
Yeah.
From 2001 to 2011.
Yep.
You know, we went through a whole recession in that time.
Yep.
You know, we always were the generation that's like lived through like since we've left high school, it's like one thing after another too of like economic problems and wars and whatnot.
I hit up like 4 of the people that I still communicate with from high school. And I'm like, are you going? Like, would you go? They're like, no. So I'm like, I'm not going to go.
I saw a friend up in Maine from my graduating high school class moshing like he was 15 years old. I was like, you are way too old for this shit, dude. What are you doing? Like up front, the whole time, going back and forth. And I was like shoving kids around. I'm like, you realize that you could be these kids' fathers. Like, get your hands off them.
Also, I'm sure he might, unless he's like a personal trainer or something, it's probably hurting in the morning.
No, he's jacked. He's really, really in shape. Super like hardcore lifter and.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's in incredible shape. It's probably why I'm making fun of him because I'm jealous. Yeah, but no, I might be with you that I like this better than Start Today. Start Today and New Direction are like the only huge standout. Let me pull this list back up, but I feel like Start Today, the song, and New Direction are the only big standouts for me on Start Today. And like all of these to me.
Things we say. I can't believe the things we say.
True, yeah. I guess they're all hits.
But that is more.
I guess it would be hard for me to actually decide.
I feel like back then I probably listened to more like when I was getting into hardcore, just because Start Today was so revered. Like that was like the one that's like I listened to a lot.
I can't back Cats and Dogs.
Yep.
I'd eat them too. But yeah, no, I'm. Oh, the intro to High Hopes. As bass players.
So I was in.
I love that.
I was in his band Violence to Fade that I sang for, but I also wrote the demo for, and I wrote a song specifically because I wanted a part that started like that.
Yeah, it's epic. Look how young they are on the back of this. It's crazy. Just kids, man. They were pretty young. It's crazy that there was a really young guy named Arthur.
Yep.
All right, man. Well,
and he's he be killing it with the bass still.
Yeah.
Yep. While looking super super dapper.
Yeah.
While doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that dude has style.
Yeah.
Goals.
Something I've never figured out in my life.
We'll get there.
All right. Well, want to wrap it up? We got more.
Yeah. Nope. That's it.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Peace.